Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here today in Stockholm for NextGen Banking Nordics. Joining me is Mike Walker from Finastra and we're talking about digitalisation within transaction banking. Mike, it's great to have you along. Hi.
You're welcome.
Firstly, what do you see as the main barriers to digitalisation within transaction banking?
For me, there are three main aspects of the barriers to digitalisation in transaction banking. The first is technological, where banks are held back by organically grown monolithic systems that don't have the flexibility that they need to react to changing client demands. They have a fragmented ecosystem with data spread across different systems, so aggregating data is a real challenge. The second aspect is around regulation and standards. So following the financial crisis and the tightening of regulation, that inhibited innovation within banks and made them much more risk averse. And whilst the lack of standards around what a digital transaction looks like is also an inhibitor to the mass adoption. And then the third is around a mindset. So previously banks have been very self-serving in the way they approach the market, looking to retain market share rather than, say, collaborating with traditional competitors for the good of the industry.
Okay, and how can they be overcome?
So sticking to the same themes, from a technological aspect, it is embracing the open API and microservices ethos and looking to aggregate data to give a single consolidated user experience for their corporate clients. The other element of moving to a digitalized transaction banking process is to digitize first. So taking people through the change curve by digitizing current processes. On the regulatory front, the likes of PSD2 and the immediate payments directives and the upcoming swift changes in trade finance in particular are really going to help with that drive because the data will be much more structured so we can drive automation out of those. And then the third aspect is the mindset change where we've seen banks already start collaborating with each other and break down what was currently or previously siloed industries so that they're working together for the good of the industry rather than how to retain their individual market share.
And finally, what impact do these new technologies and market entrants have on the relationship between corporates and their banks?
Some of the technology that we're seeing as emerging technology isn't that new, it's just more efficient, it's cheaper, faster, stronger to deploy and scale up to enable banks to use it for their clients. I think ultimately with the new emerging ecosystems and business models that are coming, the banks have to evolve and remain current within those. And for me, I see the bank of the future as an aggregator of services from other areas and other platforms versus actually giving their own services through their own platforms.
Mike, it was great having you along. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.